This is Lee with 82 Game at 12 here on YouTube channel Sons of Liberty 75. And we are in another video, I think this is 42, of La Bataille de Espagnol, Talavera. Espagnol. So, took place in 1809, July the 27th, 28th. Okay. We're actually playing the scenario of the 28th, on the 28th. So, and in the last video, I had got all the way up to the fire phase, and I had to stop. So we're picking up right there. We're not going to mince words here. We're just jumping right in. And so I've already got marked the first fouet fire combat we're going to have. We're going to have some here, but of course there we've got assaults. So I want to see this guy. My map, for some reason, is bubbling up. And I don't quite understand why it's doing it. So, but it's an older map, and I don't know if I have my heavy dice in here. Oh, yeah. I do. Get out my heavy dice to lay out here so that we can try to keep this map somewhat flat. It just wants to bubble up, which I hate, which is why I probably need a more than one sheet of plexiglass. I need to get a really big piece that could actually cover this whole table. That would be nice. So, ruler fell down on the floor. I don't use it very often, but I use it for when I'm trying to determine. Put it out here like this, and I can determine the ricochet that can happen, and see with this fire from that artillery, those artillery pieces over there, then possibly this unit here would be in the line of fire. So I don't think that this one has to worry too much about that, but there we are. So we're starting the fouet segment of the turn, hour, whatsoever. Okay, that unit has a range of 8, so it can actually go up to 12 hexes. And strength is 15, 10, and 7. So we count 1, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's going to only allow it to have a strength of 7. And let's see what we have here. They are in line. Okay, so, and his own unit is actually possibly going to get hit. So I guess he could pick another target. We've got some other targets here. He could fire over here. And I think that's what he's going to end up doing. So he's going to fire here, and he's just going to have all three of these here possibly in his ricochet. So those are all in column. So, all right, so the range is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And there is some slopes here, but he's also on a slope. So all of this slope business, okay, was not defined well enough, in my opinion, for line of sight. Because if it's rolling like this, you know, if it's rolling like up and down, up and down, up and down, of course you're not going to be able to see, even if you're on a higher slope looking to another slope. But if you have like plateaus, then that's different. So, and of course, this unit here is at they're at a lower elevation. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that's going to be the extreme range. And so 7 is going to be halved. So it's 3.5 to 6. So that's 1 to 2. Uh, 41 at 1 to 2 is not going to be enough. You have to get in the 60s. Same thing with the next one here. So that's 9, 10, 11, 12. So the other next two are going to have to get a 62 or higher. 26 and a 56. Okay, so that artillery fire was not effective. So now we can move on to, we can move to this unit here, who's firing into the back of that unit. So with that, they have, let's see, they lost 1 step. And they had 6, so they've got 5. They can fire 4 out of that hex, and they're a KGL. So KGL is going to be times 4, so it'll be 16. They're in line. They are firing behind them, but they're still in line. So that's 16 to 9. That's going to be 1 to, let's see, 1 to 1.5. 1.5 to 1. Okay, at 51. That's a hit. So where we at? Infantry unit takes a hit. So all of the ones that have to do with all of them that have assault mark back over here, and we're going to do fire here between these two units, which we have a shock. So the defender, we're having attack first. That's 4. So that's going to be 12 to, and they're in line, 12 to 9. 12 to 9. That's only 3 difference. So it's not enough for, so that's just going to be 1 to 1. 64. 1 to 1. Okay, that's a hit. And then we have the British unit fires. Okay. They've already taken 2 losses. So they're only going to have a strength of 3. And that's a British foot unit. So that's 4. That's 12. The same thing. So we've got 63 is a hit. So they both give hits. This unit now has lost 50% or more of its strength. So they got to pass a morale check. From the fire. Okay. And then this unit here. Okay. So this one has to pass a morale check. Got to have a morale of 21. So -6 for losing half of their morale, and then they have a -3 for being on the morale track level of 1. No, they get -2. So a total of what's that? I think it's a total of -8. Let's see. Yeah. 24. Okay, so they're going to be disordered. So they're going to fall back. Which means they also are going to lose another step. So, 1, 2. They got to have movement of 4. So, yeah. So that eliminates that. Okay. Now we go to the next 2. Okay. And, okay, that's in line 2. They've only got 3. So they're going to be firing with us. No, they've got 4, strength of 4. That's 6. That's 6. They've lost 2, so they've got 4. That's going to be 12. Okay. Against line 52. 1 to 1. Yep, that's a hit. And then the British foot fires back. They've got full strength, so they're going to be at 16. 16. That will be 1.5 to 152. That's also going to be a hit. So they both give hits. The French unit, of course, is going to be losing 50% of their strength, so they're going to have to roll for morale. That's not going to be a good thing. The British still they don't have to roll for morale because that's just their first hit. They check morale on even hits, increment hits. So this unit here has a morale of 26. Okay, -6 for losing half of their increments. Then they have -9 because they're on level 2 morale. So we're talking about a -15. And they're close enough to a green shirted, those green jackets. So that's another -3, I think. Maybe more than that. Oh, -6. So, -6 more. So now we're at -21. Is that right? Or -20? So it'll be 21. So he's going to disorder. Which means this unit here is going to lose another step, and because he's retreating in the within the zone of influence, and he's disordered. So 1, 2, 3, and a disorder marker. And these almost look too much like a square, if you ask me. Maybe they should have made them fancy or something. So this guy still got the shock. Wait to see what happens there. Whether he's going to advance. Well, he's going to advance into this hex. So I guess I could just go ahead and put him in there. But when he does, he's going to have to turn one way or the other. So we'll just wait. I'll put that there. Okay, so here... we got Ruffin with this unit here, Lene, and he's got strength of 4. That's going to be 12. Okay, so that's going to be 1 to 1. That's a miss. Okay. So then we have this green jacket with this foot from the 48th. They've got a strength of 4 left. So that'll be 16 to 9. That's 1.5 to 1. 31's not enough. Okay. So we're just going to have regular, oops. We're going to have shock there. after all this other's over with. All right. So here to here, this guy has a strength of only 4, and he's in column. So, I mean, his strength is down 4. So he's only got a strength of 1 increment. So his fire value 6 is halved to be a 3. Okay, and he's going to fire here. So 3, again, that's 1 to 3. 25 is no effect. Now they get to fire. We've got here, this unit here, KGL. Okay, he's going to have 16. And then this unit here has only got 1 strength left. So that'll be 4. So 20 against 6. 20 to 6. That's 3 to 1. 33. At 3 to 1 is going to be a hit, which eliminates this unit. This unit is now gone. It's taking full losses. 24. So the 24th, they've lost 2 battalions, 2 out of their 3. And then, of course, I'll go ahead and move this guy in. This guy here would be here. And this guy would just move to here. We can eliminate that. And we can go ahead and move this guy in. So he's going to actually turn like, well, let's turn him. Well, he'll just have to turn like this. All right, so we'll come back to that. Let's move over here now. Okay, we've already done this one. Okay, so now we can do all of those there. So here we've got this shock here, and then we have these 2 units that are in square firing. So if we look at their totals, oh no, wait a minute. We've got a British unit here in square against, we'll just fire these 2 then. But, however, this guy here is facing here, so he's got to fire here. So we're going to have Sherbrooke here firing. This unit only has 2 increments left. Here's the guards. That's be times 5, so that's 10. And then from the square, that's guards also. It's going to be times 5. but they can only fire a third of their strength. Okay, so that's going to be about 1.5. So 5, they're at 5. 15, it'll be 15 to 6. So that's going to be 2.5. Let's see, 2.5. 15 to 6, 12. Yeah, 2.5. 63. 2.5. Okay, that's going to be 1 hit. Okay. Square has a defensive strength of 6. So okay, now this unit took a hit, so he's got to actually come out of square. Can't be in square any longer. He can come out of whatever he wants to be in. He wants to be in line, but he fires actually from square. Okay, he was in square, so he's going to fire at this other unit that's in square. Okay, he had a strength of 3, but that has to be thirded, so actually be just 1. And French in square times 3. That's 3 against, that's 1 to 9. No, he's firing at the unit in columns, so it's 1 to 2. 63 is going to be a hit. So you need different colored, different squares for each army, like they have for, the charges. You've got the red charge, the blue, the yellow. Same thing for the squares. Now this unit here, that they have to check their morale. One thing is they're under half of their strength. Okay, so that's -6. Now this is, let's see, 63, is he part of 4th? 4th Corps? No, he's part of Villiers, so he's on track 2. Level 2 of the morale track, so that's -9. Okay, so -6 more is 15. His morale is 31. We rolled a 65, so he passed. So pretty resilient there. He stays. Okay. And then, of course, we have this unit here firing at this unit. And they have an 8. Morale of 8. I mean, firepower of 8. Strength, whatever you want to call it. So, this unit is going to fire. So, we've got this unit firing here. And he's firing into his flank. So instead of being looked upon as line, they are regarded as being in column for this attack. So 8 to 6, basically just 1 to 1. 55 will be a hit. So let's see, what number hit is that? 4. Only got 1 left, so they're going to have to roll. Sherbrooke gives them a +2. I think the elite is eleven through 11, 12, 13, 14 morales. Let's see if I can find that. I think they have to be yeah, 11 through 14. Never modify their morale. So that one has a 16 though. So -6, -2 more, so that's -8. But they get a +2 for Sherbrooke. 16, they're going to fail. So they are going to become disrupted, and they're eliminated because they're having to leave the zone of influence. So the 1st Division of Scots Guards are no more. They are done. Not part of Sherbrooke's forces. And then Sherbrooke has to bounce here back to somebody. I don't know. What does he have? Who does he have? Well, this unit here that's in the rear there. But he would bounce. He couldn't bounce over there. Guess he could bounce back this way. What happened here? 88th. Okay. Yeah, that's not his. So he's got to go. Trying to I don't know where his guys are at. I'll put him back here. He's with this artillery unit. So he bounced back there, back to here. And then up here, where we had this unit was assaulting, so they can actually move in. Well, he could have went to here, to the square. That would be where he would go. And then, of course, this unit comes into there. All right, so now we move a little further over. And see what we got going on here. All right. So let's remove this shock off to the side here because both of these units are shock attacking. Well, they're assaulting. I'm using shock. That's not what the terminology is. But, okay, so they're attacking into the flank and rear. So he's got 7. And this one here has 9. So that's 16. So that's going to be 16 to 9. Yeah, that's going to be 1.5 to 1. 56. That's going to be a hit. So let's come in here like this. So this unit here takes a hit. All right, so they've got to check morale. Okay. So their morale is 21. And it's going to be -2 because of the morale level of the army. 41 is going to be a pass. So they passed. And then the target of their fire will be this unit. So we've got this unit all firing right here, I guess. No one, I guess, is going to fire here on this one. So this unit here, foot, still has strength of 5. So that's going to be 16. This one here, another 16, that's 32. And then this one, okay, they've got a strength of 4, so that's another 16. So 48. 48 to, what have they got here? Oh, they're in column. So 48 to 6, it's going to be 8 to 1. Okay, 54 at 8 to 1. That's going to be 3 hits. More likely, that's just eliminated this unit. Let's see. Well, no, not quite. But he's got to do a morale check. So he just took 3 hits. Okay. Flip him back over. Now his morale is 33. Okay. So, and Lapis is with him. And so his modifier is a 4. So gets a +4. And so he's lost half morale. That's -6. -6 more because the green jacket. He's at 12. And then a -9 for being on the level 2 of the morale for the army. So that's 9 more. So we're at 20, 21. And then plus 4. So 17. -17. 26. Of course, he's going to be disordered. So he's going to be eliminated. Because he's got to withdraw in the presence of those guys. So he's gone. 2nd Battalion of the 8th Regiment. Now Lapis has to move somewhere. Guess he could just move right there. All right. Well, one thing is, okay, I still have to fire with him. Okay, so he's still going to have the 7 strength because it's simultaneous. So he was firing here. I guess he'll fire at this guy with the green jacket. So 7 to 9, that's going to be 1 to 1.5. 43 is not enough. So French just lost another battalion, which is not too good for them. Okay, so this is the 8th. Where is the 8th? Oh, right there. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Okay, so we still have the shock here, or assault, going on right there. Okay, let's move over to here. Okay, so those two units. Now, I do have this artillery unit here. So let's fire, because nobody fired at this unit. So, and this unit hasn't fired where I moved a piece. So, and they're in line. So let's let them fire. The 54th Regiment. Okay, so that's the strength of 12. So let's have them fire. And the piece is actually going to end up there. But so as I said, that's going to be 12 against 9. That's just 1 to 1. 21's no effect. Okay. So now let's do the artillery there. Just going to fire right here, which is where Lapice is at. And then, of course, we have the ricochet, which is going to go right through him to this unit and to that unit. So if we back up a little bit, we can see where those other two units are. All right, so first off, we have the artillery here, okay, and they're at half strength, okay, because they've lost some of the battery strength. So 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be 10 halved, so that's 5. Against line, that's 1 to 2. 22 roll is no effect. Okay, so now we come back here. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is, they are, I wonder how come some of them are going one way and some of them are going another way. Okay, maybe for defense or something. Okay, so they're in column, and that, okay, the stack of 10 to 12 increments is the target. That's going to be +3 to the die. All right, so 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so that's going to be 7 half, 3.5. So that's going to be 1 to 2 with a +3. 25 becomes 28 is not enough. Okay, and then the next one here, same thing. They're in square. And of course there is that slope here, but it's on this side, okay? It's not across here. So that unit, that square unit there can still be hit. Defensive strength of 6. That's going to be 1 to 2. 22, no effect. Okay. Yeah, the bubbling of this this map is just disturbing at best, I guess. So, let's move on. This green jacket, what are they doing? Should be attached to somebody. I guess it's going to be this unit. Now I've got an artillery unit here that should have joined in here with this one. But, of course, he didn't. He's got a range of 6. So he could fire over here at one of these guys. So 1, 2, but he'd be firing over. Well, I guess he could. No, he can't. Not there. He'll just not be able to fire. All right. We have those 2 units. Okay, and the first one here. Okay. Oh, they're in, no, they're in line. They're not in skirmish. Well, no, that's a skirmisher. Okay, so that's a skirmisher. So this jacket has to be over here with this guy, who I think is in there. Okay. So the skirmisher there, skirmisher is going to be ×7, so he's going to have, he's half though, that's a full strength, so that's going to be a 3. 3 against column is 6, that's 1 to 2. 35. Nope, no effect. So they fire back. They've got a strength of 7. Okay, got that skirmisher. Okay. So it has a defensive strength of 14, so that's 1 to 2. 32 is no effect. Okay. So now we can move on around. To where we are going to be. So this artillery unit is going to fire at that hex. Cavalry in line. Okay. So range 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be 12. Cavalry in line is 8. So that's 1.5 to 1. Okay. 46 is a hit. Okay. So they take a hit. So we're going to have to check morale. But before they do that, this artillery unit is going to hit this other square right there. So that's a range of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll be a strength of 12 to 8. Again, 1.5 to 1. 41. almost, but not quite. Okay, so they're down to 7, strength of 7. So, but they've got to check morale from that hit. So 44. 32 is a failed, so they're going to rout. They don't disorder, they just rout. So and let's get rid of this, we don't need that. And this of course is going to change back to that since they're routing. All right, so they're tired and not exhausted, so they can route 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where'd they go? All right. And let's see now. Okay, now we have this artillery firing right here. This guy may be in line, but he's getting fired upon in this flank. So range of 2, so it's going to be 12 to 6. It's going to be 2 to 1. 2 to 1. That's going to be a miss. No effect. Wow, missed opportunity there. Let's see here. Well, of course, these guns here don't have a target. So now we have to move over here. Okay, where we got these shocks. This unit here has a strength, fire strength of 7. Okay, that's going to be 1 to 1. 26 is not high enough. And then they get to fire back. They're in square 7, quartered, or thirded, not quartered, but thirded would be 2 strength. And they're in square. That's going to be times 2. So it'd be a strength of 4. 1 to 1.5. 52. Nope, no effect. So let's put the shot back here. Let's go over to here. No, he's in the orchard. He's not. So he's got a strength of 7. In orchard, general order. Olive groves is 12. 7. That's going to be 1 to 1.5. No effect. Firing out of the groves. Spanish general orders just printed. So let's see what he's got on the back side. He's got a 4. 4 to 6, 1.5, or 1 to 1.5. 44 is not enough. All right, so we put the shock back on there. Okay. And I think that's all. So when we come back, we're going to be doing the shocks. Okay, now we're going with the assaults, or yes, the assaults that we have. And we're going to start right here as soon as there they are. Okay, so we've got French assault against this unit right here. And flip them over. They're in the grove. Okay, means they're in general order. Okay, so that shows what the strengths are. Okay, now we've got a roll for the stand. Okay. Okay, roll to stand. Okay, the strength, okay, of the two units is we've got 7, okay, to 7. Okay, so that's 1 to 1. And let's see here. I don't think the terrain is going to give any modifiers. So we don't really have, there's not really anything there besides just rolling straight up. Okay, so they have a 45. Rolled a 16, so they are not going to stand. Okay, so well, they've got a disorder. All right, so let's go to the assault. We don't have to roll for the other side. Okay, so the target is in general order, so that's going to be a third. Oh, that's cavalry. I don't know what you're doing looking at cavalry for. But their strength is halved, so it's going to be 16 against 4 because their strength is 8. The middle number here is their melee is 16 to 8, but this is half because they're disordered, so that's going to be 4 to 1. We rolled a 22. That's not too good, but. So we got another disorder, which makes it a rout, and it takes a loss. So actually they're going to take 2 losses and rout. 2 losses, and they're going to rout. 5. So let's pull back to show where they go. they were here. So they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way back to there. And then, of course, this unit moves in like that. Okay, now the next one. This one's in square. Okay. Now, since they're in square, let's see. The French are going to have their strength modified by times 3 seconds. 3 divided by 2. So their strength is 16. So that's 48 divided by 2 is 24. So, is that right? Yeah, 18, 48. Yeah, 24. And I think, let's see, the unit is in square. I guess there's not any modifiers for them. They're just the strength. We've already got that. So it's going to be 24 to 8. That's 3 to 1. But we have to roll to see if they pass the morale first. So they get when they're checking their morale, they get a positive for being in a square. Let's see. Yeah, when in square. So they get a +6. They have 44. 34 plus 6 is 44, so they actually pass. So now we have to roll for the French unit. Okay, they've got 32 and 34, so they passed. Okay, and okay, the strength is 7 to 7. Okay, so now we just roll it. We got 3 to 1. $52 is a DR, so they're going to rout. So they're going to lose. Going to lose a strength point for exiting a zone of influence. So So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they end up right there. This is where they went. And these guys move forward. Like so. Okay. Now we got to move to the other side of the map where we have got several. Well, we've got 2 more shocks to go. And I don't know, could I just turn here? And I don't know if I can get to that one very good though over there. I think it's better just to move. We'll just slide down. Okay, so the first one we're going to look at right there. All right. So we've got those 2 units there. Okay. Attacking this unit here. and they're tacking into its flank and rear. Now, they've lost 2 increments, so they only have 4, strength of 4. So they're down to about strength of 8. No, they actually got a little bit more than that. About 9 is what they've got. Okay, let's turn these guys over. Let's move this over to here. So we turn both of these guys over. So we've got 4. That's 10. This one's 10. This one's 8. So 18 to 4 is overall. So that's 5. That's 5 to 1. Okay. So okay, it's 5 to 1. It's going to be minus 15 to the defense for the defender. The defender has a morale of 21, but and being assaulted in the rear and the flank, so we take the higher one, which is minus 9. So that's a total of minus 24. Minus 24 plus another minus 2 for the morale level of the army. 26. Okay, rolled a 35. That's definitely going to be 35, and we got to go 24. So that's 6. Yeah, he didn't pass. So he disorders. So now we I don't have to roll for the attackers. So we're going to have a total of, well, let's see first. Assaulting in the flank is going to be times 2. So that's 28. And then in the rear is 3 seconds. So 33 more, 61 to, he's already lost 2 increments, so he's got 9, and then because he's disordered, that's half, so he's at 4. It's going to be off the charts, so 5 to 1. 22, okay, it's going to be disordered with 3 losses. I think he's eliminated. He only, let's see. Plus, he's going to have to lose 1 because he's leaving a zone of influence. Okay. Otherwise, well, I guess he could run through his comrades there, but he still loses 1 for leaving the zone of influence. So he had 6. So he's losing a total of 4. 3 for the combat and 1 because he's losing, moving out of a zone of influence. So he's eliminated. Okay, so the 83rd, okay, the first, this is what, 1st Battalion? 83rd, let's see, who does he belong to? 83rd, there you go, see Sparta Sherbrooke's group is eliminated. Okay, so, of course I can move somebody in there. I'll move the bigger unit. Put this one back over. Okay. And then we've got one more. Right over here. So turn Ruffin over. These guys have lost 1, they have 4. I guess he's in line. Right here, this. Okay, so this guy, he's got 4. So they're even there. I don't believe this unit is involved. I only had this assault marker here. So here against here. All right, so the defender has to roll to stand. So 36 plus 3 to the die roll from the general. But he's going to have -9 due to the morale level these guys are on. Level 2. So that's going to be -9 plus 3, so it's -6. Okay. 22, he did not succeed, so he is going to disorder, okay, which means let's see what I say, 5, that's about 2 something each, so he's got 10, okay, which is going to halve because he's disordered down to 5. This guy here, 4, 8, so about 8. That's going to be 2 to 1. 2 to 1. 22 at 2 to 1 is a blank result. So we're going to have a firefight. So okay, we got a 61 is DD1. So they're going to disorder, which means now they're going to rout. Because they're already disordered. They take a loss, plus they're going to have to take another loss for leaving a zone of influence while being disordered or routed, so forth. Movement of 8. Now this guy here has to check his morale, which means he's probably going to be vacating as well. 45, 9, and another 6 is 15. So yeah, he's going to disorder. He's got disorders. So 1, 2, 3, 4. See, we had this path right down through here. This guy was here. He was in column right here. And since this unit here was routed, okay, going through his stack, his hex, his location, then that caused him to disorder. And he was pushed back out of the way. So... and then the only other thing that we have to do is the reorganization step. And I'll take care of that. That's kind of a tedious rolling of a lot of dice and not many results, especially for the French, because their morale level for the army is so low. And that might even change now. I mean, for at least First Corps. Okay, First Corps. First Corps is at level 3, I think. No, level 2. And they could easily go to level 3, which is gonna a minus 18 anytime they roll for morale. So I'll take, like I said, I'll take care of that, and then the next video will be over the Napoleonic battle series, Talavera. This is the end of the 1140 turn. No, actually, what? I keep saying 11. This is 10. I think I've been putting that wrong on everything. Yeah, 1040, not 12, 11, 1040. So now we're at the 11 o'clock hour, and Victor will be returning back to the game. This is he's been wounded twice, so he'll be returning. And any cavalry that hasn't moved or only moved half their movement will regain some readiness as well. And so that's where we're at right now. The British have a firm control over Medellin. They've crossed the Portina and have pushed the French off of the ridges here of Cascadillal. So, and the only thing that's really going to keep them from being completely pushed off of Cascadillal is the arrival of Joseph with de Solis and Lavelle here on Victor's left. Has come in to kind of plug a gap. So if I pull back here, you can see all of the routed units that the French have. Much more than their counterparts. I look across there. And then when we look back this way, we see the conflict going on near Talavera, which is where Sebastiani is trying to exploit Latour Marbourd's cavalry attack. because one of the victory conditions states that if the French, Joseph, can move a corps up there, okay, down that road and exit there where that blue disc is at up there, that's to Oropesa, then that's going to be a French victory. Now the corps has to reach that exit there off the map with at least a morale level of 1 or less, which means they can't lose more than 9 battalions. And I don't think they haven't lost any yet. So that's where they're at. I really don't think the Spanish are going to be able to stop Sebastiani. And I don't know if that means his whole corps or just part of the corps has to exit. I'm not for sure, because he's got Lavelle back over here helping Victor instead of hitting the center area. There are a lot of mistakes on the French part concerning tactics and the attack plan. Victor, he didn't exploit the area that was north of Medellin, Sierra de Medellin. He didn't exploit that in the first 2 attacks. And they were just limited attacks. So I don't know if you could call them probes or what, but he lost a lot of men as a result. But at the present time, if we're just looking, it looks like the British are holding them off. But the thing is, the British, they don't have any reinforcements. There's nobody back here. Okay. So it'll be interesting to see as the day wears on whether or not Wellesley can keep his army healthy enough to hold the French off. So thanks for your support. Come on back, see what else is going to happen. Like I said, the next video will be dealing with the Gamers / Multi-Man Publishing Napoleonic Battles series. And I think we're going to be in turn. Let's see what turn we're on. I think it looks like I actually moved that off, but I think it's turn 10 or 11. So we'll get that figured out. All right, I'll see you in the next video.